Ready to have some fun? In just a few minutes, you're going to hear from the man who's going to save the United States of America. Now, for those of us who've been unfortunate enough to hear Hillary Clinton talk in recent days, now, we don't know, of course, if Hillary's going to be the nominee because she can't close out Bernie, because, the Democrat voters aren't too thrilled to nominate someone who's completely bought, controlled, and paid for by Wall Street. Right? And I don't think Democrat voters are too thrilled to nominate somebody who specializes in sending jobs overseas like Hillary Clinton. And you know what? I don't think Democrat voters are too thrilled to nominate someone like Hillary Clinton, who toppled the regime in Libya and turned that place into a war zone. Hillary Clinton is not just wildly corrupt, she's wildly dangerous. Look what she did. Look what she did in the Middle East. You turn on the TV and they say, oh, Hillary Clinton, she's experienced, right? Her experience is ruining the Middle East. That's Hillary Clinton's experience. Hillary Clinton's experience is being the worst Secretary of State in American history. It's not great experience. Now, I've been lucky enough to get to work for Mr. Trump for a few months now as his policy advisor. My name is Stephen Miller, and I'm here today with a very important mission, which is to talk about this very important book here. It's called Clinton Cash. Has anybody heard of it? Clinton Cash. Has anybody heard of it? Now, the book Clinton Cash is to Hillary Clinton what the famous Black Book is to the mafia. It's got all the names, all the dollar amounts, all of the figures. You probably heard some stuff about it. It's written by Peter Schweitzer. But I'd like to tell you a few things that are in the book. Is that okay with you? Great. So, Hillary Clinton was paid $21 million in speaking fees in 2 years. Does that sound on the up and up to you? No, I didn't think so. $5 million of that alone came from Wall Street and big banks. Doesn't sound good to me. I'm sure Bernie would have something to say about that. Hillary hid a donation. She hid a donation of 2 million shares in stock that was given by a foreign mining executive in violation of a State Department ethics agreement. That doesn't sound very good, does it? How many people in this room have ever even had a chance? How many people in this room have ever even had a chance to hide a 2 million shares of anything? Right? You have to, that level of corruption, really, that's something special. Listen to this. Bill Clinton was lavished with money. Bill Clinton, we're going to get to talk. I have a lot of things I want to say about Bill, too. But Bill Clinton was lavished with money by a for-profit education company called Laureate International University. Get this. After receiving $9 million in State Department grants under Hillary Clinton. So I want to explain this. Hillary Clinton funnels grant money to this company, then the company pays Bill Clinton money. So you see how that works from one hand to the other hand, right? You know what it kind of sounds like to me? It kind of sounds like a money laundering scheme. Now, listen to this. Now, do you all remember how they put the Clintons in charge of the Haiti relief? Here's what the book says about that. I'm going to read right from the book right now. And again, we would all like everyone in the media to cover this book, wouldn't we? So we're going to have a little reading time. I'm going to read from the book. Right? And I'll just show up at all the rallies and keep reading from the book until the media writes about it. So, this is what the book says. The efforts to rebuild Haiti, which were largely controlled by Bill and Hillary Clinton, have been a massive failure, right? Funds for reconstruction have ended up in worthless projects, while in several cases, Clinton friends, allies, and family members have benefited from the reconstruction. The reality seemed clear, the author writes. As one individual told the Wall Street Journal, you won't be in the game. Now, does that sound like the proper way to run disaster relief? No. Disaster relief? No. The book continues. It is hard to overstate the power the Clintons wielded in the disbursement of U.S. taxpayer money for Haitian relief. Now, this next part is the most shocking. Listen to this. But it wasn't just connected businessmen who were benefiting from the rebuilding of Haiti. Clinton family members did too. This is going to blow your mind, folks. Bill and Hillary had been looking for investors to come to Haiti, but it was a problems. One possible bright spot was mining. Haiti is rich in natural resources. There's an estimated $20 billion in gold, silver, and other precious metals. In 2012, the Haitian government decided to do something a century: grant permits for gold mining. Now here's the key part. One of the two recipients was a small North Carolina startup called VCS Mining. The company had little track record of mining operations, but its leadership would later boast a board member with a familiar last name, Tony Rodham, Hillary's youngest brother. So, it's nice how that all worked out, didn't it? Now, altogether, Hillary hid 1,100 foreign donor names to the foundation while she was at state. And guess who else donated to the foundation? Fannie and Freddie. Does anyone remember those names? And they also donated to her campaign. Now, why might Fannie and Freddie have been wanting to give money to Hillary Clinton? It has to do with the mortgage meltdown, which affected the lives of so many people in this room. How many people know that the law, the Community Reinvestment Act, which paved the way for the housing meltdown, how many people know that Bill Clinton signed that and pushed forward the regulations? How many of you know that when we tried to fix it in 2005, Hillary Clinton filibustered the reform package? And then all of a sudden the money magically ends up in Hillary's pockets. So again, we're not wanting to vote for Hillary? No, because why would anybody want to vote for someone who I repeat is completely and totally owned by Wall Street? Anybody. Now let's talk about something else Hillary said. Hillary says that Donald Trump's a bully. That's her term of art. She says Donald Trump's a bully. Let's think about this for a second. You know who the bullies are in society? The bullies are the politicians who are sending your jobs overseas. The bullies are the corporate special interests just to get a little bit of cheaper labor. The bullies in society are the media executives and television personalities who mock and demean the good and decent people in this room. The bullies are people like Hillary Clinton who don't care about any of you or anyone else. People like Hillary Clinton who have no empathy for the American worker. While Hillary Clinton was raking in her millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, the people she claims to care about were suffering. Their communities were crumbling. Black and Hispanic youth were seeing their unemployment skyrocket. They were seeing their schools fail. They were seeing their communities fall apart. But Hillary didn't care because she was raking in the money. Hillary Clinton never did anything for the working people of this country but sell them out. Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump is the man who's going to defend you from the bullies. Donald Trump is the man who's going to be your interest. Donald Trump is going to be the fighter in your corner. You know what? I think it's time the American people had a champion. The only people Hillary Clinton goes to bat for are the special interests. Donald Trump is going to fight for you. Donald Trump is going to protect you. He's going to protect your wages because he understands we're all in this together, folks. Black, white, Hispanic, every single working person in this country has a shared interest in a vibrant manufacturing center, has a shared interest in good, safe schools. What does Hillary Clinton have to offer the world? Not one thing. Her open borders policies are going to drive down wages for everyone. Her trade policies are going to drive away jobs from everybody. And when she sold her soul to Wall Street, she sold the country down the river with it. This election, ladies and gentlemen, is about returning power to each and every person in this room. My friends, you're not going to get this chance again. There's a lot of powerful people in Washington, D.C. praying on bended knee that you don't pull that lever for Donald Trump. Sweat drips down their foreheads at the thought that you're going to put Donald Trump in the White House and put the American people back in charge. There's a lot of people who've been running the show for a long time and on speed dial. They've never had to worry that their power would ever diminish by even one single fraction of 1%. They were used to being in charge. Then something happened. Donald Trump came along, and the American people said, "We're taking our country back." Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to vote for a man who's going to put jobs and wages for Americans first? Are you ready? Are you ready to send the special interests packing? Are you ready to expose corrupt, crooked Hillary Clinton? And are you ready to tell Wall Street, to tell the globalists, to tell the outsourcers that you are going to put you and your family and your children and your communities first? My friends, we're going to rebuild our schools, we're going to rebuild our communities, we're going to bring back our jobs, and we're never, ever, ever going to let Hillary Clinton betray us again. So one more time, I'm going to ask you, black, white, and brown in this country, on behalf of every parent who wants a better future for their children, on behalf of every person who hasn't had a raise, on behalf of every person who has been searching and searching for a job but couldn't get it, on behalf of every person in this country bonded by a citizenship that knows no creed nor color, but simple Americanism, simple patriotism, a simple faith that Americans come first in their own country. On behalf of all of those people, is New Mexico ready to send Donald J. Trump to the White House? God bless you, God bless this state, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
We will make America great again.